Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning to you. Happy, is it Sunday? Is it Sunday? I think it is, right? No, is it Saturday? No, it's Sunday. Oh my gosh, I'm totally lost on what day it is. It's Sunday, I believe. Yes, almost to the new year. I'm here. I'm coming on. This is a quick one I'm doing today. I'm coming in hot. Well, actually, I'm not coming in hot because that usually means a rant, but I'm going to do this really quick. This is not a card pull for everybody. This is going to be a one message that I got this morning that I wanted to share with you guys and do a little bit of a confessional. So this is a card that I pulled this morning that I want to share with you. And I want to just let you know, whoops, hold on a second. I'm sharing this to my business page. So this was a little lesson that I got this morning because the universe does things like that. It gives us what we need to hear, right, in the moment. So every morning I do a card pull from my deck, well, not my deck, from Gabby Bernstein's deck, The Universe Has Your Back, okay? Just to set the tone for the day, because as you all know, I'll talk about this in my programs, to my one-on-one clients, in my groups, that morning mindset is a big deal, right? Morning mindset is a big deal. And so I was challenged on this morning. And this is like, I don't have all this stuff figured out, right? And this is to let everyone know who's working on becoming an intuitive or a healer or a psychic, or, if you're teaching courses or you're coaching, like, you don't have to have everything all figured out. It doesn't mean you're going to be super high vibe and positive all the time, and you're not going to be like ever cranky or bitchy at all. It is going to happen. You're going to have moments where you either are regressing into old patterns. You're going to have moments where you're not feeling so high vibe. You're going to have moments where you do and say things you don't, which wasn't maybe you feel like in your like the highest version of yourself would do. So I just want to share with you that I'm right with you in the work, right? Even though I come on, I read cards, I work with my clients, I'm helping them to raise their vibe and do the, work with the law of attraction and manifestation, all those things. But I have my moments too. So this morning, I woke up and I was in a bitchy mood. Like, I was in a cranky mood. I don't know what it was. And like, I'm working right now, and this is like confession time for me that I'm sharing with you, kind of a vulnerable share. I'm working on really being a better parent in the next year, because I feel like right now, like, my kids are going through phases right now where I'm being super triggered by them, which is all about me. It's not about them. They're being kids. They're being who they are and where they're supposed to be. I'm the one that's getting triggered by it. And I'll tell you what, there are things in my life that have come really easy to me. And I never knew that parenting was going to be such a challenge for me. Like, parenting is one of those things that blew my mind. Like, I thought I would have this all figured out. I thought I would adapt and roll with it and it would be no problem. Like, I'd use this law of attraction manifestation thing. I would totally just like rock this. Like, when I was younger, I was one of those kids who used to like, be good at sports or like enter a contest and be either the one who won or pretty close to it. Like, things just seemed to come easy. So I thought parenting would be no sweat. Well, let me tell you, parenting for me has been a journey of my kids reflecting what I need to work on. That's pretty much what it is. Like, all four of my kids have really reflected back to me where I need to grow in my own soul. And so it's been quite the journey for me. And that's something that I feel like I don't have a good grasp of at times, right? So, and I feel like I struggle with this. And like, I will still get, triggered by it. Lately, my 9-year-old, both my boys are having trouble in school, like major trouble in their school. And one of my boys is insisting on getting up at 4 a.m. and also getting up every couple hours, kind of like he's a newborn again. So like, and everything with parenting is how we respond, right? Everything is about response, because we're supposed to be the emotionally intelligent beings, that we're not trying to change them. We're not trying to fix them. We're not trying to like bend them, force them to be who we want them to be, or be little mirrors of us. What we're trying to do is let their soul grow and evolve and let them become who they're meant to be, and let them have the space to do that. But, be there as a guide to put up boundaries. And, sometimes we need to guide them in certain directions. So I'm trying, and this has been my tough point. This has been like I said, super vulnerable share. Like, I laugh about over 40 parenting. You see those, like, I do laugh a lot about it. Like, what can I say? I'm a goofball, so I laugh about a lot of things, but sometimes it's hard. Like, this morning I was super triggered. Kids were up and like, they were all up in my face they got Kindles for Christmas, and that seems to be the entire focus. And just like, making a mess downstairs. Like all these things are like whatever, but I was getting super triggered by it. And so I came upstairs. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Lori. Hey, my friend Tiffany and Sarah and Jessica and Jamie and Betsy and Lauren and Hope and Satprem Kaur Khalsa. So, hey, Melissa. So I was like getting cranky about it. So I came up to do my 1-card pull, and this is what I get. Okay. So this is your message too. This was for me, because as the universe does, hey, Bobby Joe, as the universe is super good at giving the right message at the right time, so it did this morning. So here it is. It says, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Okay. So big, like, universe is giving me a big, like right on the head to say, when you approach everything from that bitchy place, when you approach, like, do you ever notice that the law of attraction works really well? And this is where I get kind of I don't like the term spiritual bypassing too much. And this is why, because did you ever notice that when we approach something with a shitty attitude, or when you get up with a shitty attitude, everything else just gets shitty? Like you're irritated by your spouse or your partner or your kids, or you're irritated by your boss. There's traffic on the road, your coffee spills, you stub your toe getting out of bed. Like all the shit seems to happen after that. And doesn't it happen that way when we're kind of approaching life with this like jaded or negative attitude? So when I approach my kids with that, this is what I'm working on, is reframing my focus. Good morning, Julie and Olivia. That, reframing my parenting journey, because see, I just said, oh, parenting has been a struggle for me. See, I just did it. So instead of, saying that and declaring that over my parenting, which it has been, I have continuously said it's been a struggle, and that I feel like sometimes like I have no clue what I'm doing. And I just get more evidence of that. I get more evidence of what I say over myself, over my life, and so will you. So I need to start declaring that parenting is my special journey, and I'm learning every day. I'm learning and growing and getting better every day, right? That's what I'm going to say right now. Because if I said as an affirmation, I am an amazing parent and I rock, my subconscious wouldn't entirely believe that. So an affirmation, sometimes you have to bring it. If it doesn't feel authentic to you and you go, ugh, like then make it, like bring it down a little bit, not way down. Bring it down so you can talk about affirm progress, okay? If you can't affirm the results without going, because then it's not going to be, the energy won't be like really authentic going into it. Affirm it in a learning progress space. So I can say my parenting journey is evolving and I'm getting better every day, right? Like so, but I have to approach it with this joyful spirit and this joyful presence, okay? So, and that's not to say, spiritual bypassing is a term that means when you're not looking at the shadow sides of yourself, like you're refusing to, or maybe there's a block that you have within you, and instead of, you're not willing to look at some of the negative things, you just do like a forced positive, and you just bypass those negative feelings. That's what it means. Like, oh, love and light, high vibes. And then you can never feel, some people use it to the extreme where either they feel guilty and shitty because they have negative feelings and they have to, oh shit, I have to positive and high vibe. I'm a psychic medium, I'm a coach, I have to. It's no, you're human. So you can't bypass that shit, or you're just going to put yourself in a cycle of negativity, because what you resist persists. So if you're resisting your negative feelings, they're just going to keep coming back, or they're going to manifest in the physical world. And you'll be like, why are all these shitty things happening? Because you're resisting what you really feel. Okay. Or you're denying something. So I get what that means, and I get that people do that. My concern becomes when people use that as an excuse to not get out of the bad shit, to just really stay in the negativity and stay in the victim and stay in like the powerless place, because I have to feel my negative feelings. I must go deep into the shadow. I'm all about shadow work, but I won't let anyone use it as an excuse to stay there and live there. Oh, I can't, if I'm positive, I'm just bypassing my feelings of strife. Kind of like struggling artist, the struggling artist, and it's like, no, because again, that's just going to attract more of that pain and shit. So like it or not, spiritual bypassing or not, those who preach about that, or those who are, whatever, the point is nothing changes from a space of bitchiness. Nothing changes. All bitchiness is your body telling you that you're out of alignment somewhere. Something within you is not in alignment, or you're triggered by something, and that something needs to be looked at. It's not my kids. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just being who they are. Or there's nothing wrong with my spouse. There's nothing wrong with, it's not that big of a deal if there's like chips on the floor. Like, this is not earth-shattering shit, right? This is so, if I'm triggered by something that has to do, and I'm responding to everything like that, then I need to look at, why am I triggered by all these things? Because everybody's just being themselves. Nobody is coming at me with like, bad intentions, okay? Like, so what's up? So I need to look at that and then get that reminder that if you want change in your life, if you really, really want change, like change that is lasting, changing that is truly authentic and fulfilling, because you want to create this life that you want. You don't want to create more of what you don't want. You don't want to create a life that's someone else's dream, whatever. We've talked about this before, right, my friends? Like, you have to do it from this space. You have to. If you want support from the universe, if you're like, manifesting sucks, it doesn't work, what's this law of attraction? The universe does not have my back, what the hell? I would look at then this. How often are you feeling either joyful or, high vibe or positivity in your life? And again, not faux positivity forced, okay? When you're just denying your own anger. I'm talking about really, like, even if you're pissed off, you could probably find something that makes you laugh. You could probably do something that makes you kind of happy. Even if things are going really wrong, like even if like my life was in the middle of a shitstorm, if somebody put me on like a roller coaster, I would probably have fun and I would probably smile and it would probably make me go, ee! So there's always something that will shift your vibe. Whatever that is, will shift your mood, shift your energy into a higher vibe space. That's the only place that real change comes from. And I am standing firm in this. If you want the universe to work with you, all the good synchronicities in your life, think back now. You thought back to the bad ones when like you wake up in a shit mood and everything seems to go wrong in your life. Yes, from there, the day sucks, right? And you're like, oh, like our culture just supports this. Oh, I feel so Monday today. Like Mondays suck. Like how, like that whole, we are conditioned to think like this. You are conditioned to wake up on Monday and go, oh, I hate my life. This is such a Monday. It's going to be awful. It's like, and like, ooh, I get to be in a good mood only on Fridays, right? It's like, come on. So now think of the times when good things happen and they happened easily. You just rolled through it. Everything seemed, you had the good luck. Like we think of it as, oh, I have good luck. Everything worked together and just fell into place. I'm going to guess that when that happened, you were either super happy, you were super excited, you were like giddy, like joyful, or you were super in love. Like, you were all like, you were feeling those feelings of super high vibrational joy or love, right? Every time. Or you were fucking determined as hell. That's another place where I think real change comes from, when we're determined. We're like, I'm doing this. But it's not like I'm doing this because this fucking sucks. It's like, I'm doing this because I want it. And this is so awesome that I've got to get it, right? So that is when the universe starts working with you and goes, okay, we got this. And then it seems like, oh, I'm so lucky. Everything falls into place. Or you have a friend, it seems like, he or she is always so lucky. They're always in the right place at the right time because they're manifesting using this whole principle right here. So I have a bunch of readings to do today. I've got all my cards all set up. I'm doing my New Year's readings. So those of you who purchased the New Year's reading from me, thank you so much. I am grateful, and I'm getting all the cards together right now, and I'm getting ready to do them, a 20 card spread. So it's going to be a big one. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff. So yes, determination is an awesome mindset. And usually that comes from a place of positivity, like an inspired idea, something, oh, I want to do that. It can start pissed off. Determination can start from being pissed, like enough is enough. I'm sick of this shit. Like that's what but then you have an idea from I'm sick of this shit to that's what I want to do. That's where I'm going. And then your vibe goes up, and then all of a sudden you're off. You cannot make a good decision or a decision that brings you to your next level if you're super pissed or you're super bitchy or you just see the world as sucks and your life sucks and everything sucks. No inspiration, no divinely inspired ideas are allowed to come in, because when you're in that low vibe space, the universe only works with you to give you more of what you're asking for. That's it. Like, it's so true. Think of your life. You cannot prove me wrong on this, right? Because the evidence is always there in every single one of our lives. And most of us, you know, we saw it to be true in childhood because we were so in the moment and so present and so joyful a lot. Didn't it seem like everything was magical when you were a kid? Because we're always in that space. Now we get adult and jaded and we're like, but when you're back in that space, the good stuff happens. It truly does. So this is your message from the universe today to just remind you, if you're looking towards 2020, you're looking back on 2019 and you're like, you know, thinking about your intentions coming up, just know that day to day, when you have your joyful presence, you will attract support from the universe. It's a law. It's a universal law. It can't not happen. You will every time. So that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you. And so high vibes to you. I'm going to do my awesome, amazing New Year's readings. I've got like 6 decks I'm going to work with. If you want one, you need to get it now because I'm going to close the card and to the New Year's reading. Go to soulalignedreadings.com and you can book it. Go to New Year's reading and it's a 20 card spread and it covers every aspect of your life. Let's see, it's got health, travel, love and relationships, creativity and career, hopes and dreams, business and money, travel and health. I think I said that. And each season of the year. So autumn, winter, spring, and summer. So it's like this huge spread that I'm going to cover for everybody. And you get a big ass email from me with a picture of your reading and then all the meanings of the cards plus any downloads that I get while I'm doing the reading. So, which I always do when I do my email readings, it's very close to talking to me on the phone. I do like get a lot of downloads by just like thinking of you, looking at your picture, channeling your energy. Okay. So, if you want to get that, the cart's only open for a few more hours, because these are big readings. So I want to get these done. So then you can, if not, then next year. Okay. But I love you guys so much. I hope that was a good message for you today. Jamie Lynn, this is your message. Okay. This card's for everybody. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So if you're in a very bad, desperate situation, what can you do? What can you do right now to shift your vibration into a higher place? And I know that seems like, well, what? I'm in a bad shit situation. How am I going to not feel that? I'm not saying not to feel it, not that it's going to be stressful, but what's something you can shift out of that to kind of change your energy? Because that's when the answers come. The answers come when we're not in the energy of it. If we're in that desperate, stressed place, no answers come to us except shit, this sucks. So what can you do to shift your vibration? So this says joyful on this card. That means, can you put that aside for a second and maybe do something that either makes you laugh or something that's creative you used to do that was fun? I don't care if it's playing with Play-Doh, like something when you were a kid or something now. And just do something to raise your vibe. Go out with a friend and just laugh. You know, do something, or go swing on a swing, slide on a slide, something, even if it seems like ridiculous, like why would I even do this right now? Like in the middle of this, try, because what it's going to do is take the focus off your stress for a minute and put your attention somewhere else. And that gives the universe a time to send you another idea, to send you a solution, to send you a thought or an insight or a download about your current situation that maybe you couldn't see. And I know it sounds fucking ridiculous, but I promise you it works. And it's not bypassing the feelings of being upset. Feel those, honor those. It's like, okay, I hear you. You're upset right now, you're anxious. This is hard. This kind of sucks right now. Be there with it. Accept it, surrender to it. The more we fight it, the more it just gets louder. So just, yep, I hear you, you hear it, and I feel you. I totally fucking feel you. Right now, I'm going to do, or maybe it's prayer and meditation, something to put you in a relaxed space. But this is a message for everybody, that everybody gets this right now. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. You're asking for help from the divine. Switch your vibration to a state of joy or love, even if you are so like not there right now. I promise you, you will be helped by this. Okay. How much am I reading? So it depends. I have different kinds. I have an email reading that's $33 called Soul Connection. It's a 3-card email reading, but usually I also include insights from me. So it's not just the meanings of the cards, okay? My 30-minute phone reading is $77. My 60-minute phone reading is $111. And then my New Year's reading, which is a 20-card spread, it's 20 cards going over every aspect of your life, giving you guidance in each season of the year. That is $111. So That's all. And Jamie Lynn, that's only open for like 2 or 3 more hours. Actually, no, I think I said I'm going to leave it open till tonight. So it'll be open till tonight, but I need to shut it down soon because it is a huge, humongous reading. So there's that. So you have those options. So if you go to my website, soulalignedreadings.com, you will see all the choices. And I also do Reiki healing. There are energy healing options as well. You can check all those out on my site. And I will put, if you go in the comments, my site is in the comments right now. There's something, you'll see my comment in my site. You can click on it from there. All right, being with the moment is most important. Absolutely, Carla. That's where the answers are. And that's where we're so challenged as humans. Being in the moment, we are so challenged with that. It is, it's hard. Like me being fully present with my kids, that's something I'm totally working on. And part of why parenting has been a struggle for me, because I'm always here, there, and everywhere, distracted or preoccupied, or I have visions in my head and expectations of what I think parenting should be like, or what I think my kids should be like. And guess what? That's not how life works. It's just not how life works. They are not obligated. My kids are not obligated to be how I want them to be. They're not obligated to fulfill or meet my expectations of what I think a good child will be. It's just, they're not. They are their own wild and sovereign soul, and they owe me nothing. So I have to remember that, because if I don't remember that, then I'm bitchy. Then I'm bitchy when things don't go my way. And then what? When I'm bitchy, that energy goes to them, and then our relationship gets strained because of that. Or if they're littler, they pick up on that. And they pick up on your energy shift. They pick up on your like dissatisfaction with them. And then they act out. And then it just perpetuates the cycle. They act out, you get more pissed. And it's like, well, my expectations are even more, like even less met now because you're supposed to be this way. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like an older generational cycle that we're breaking piece by piece, I think. And it's just, it's hard to break, but I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. I am getting there. I'm getting to be like, that's one thing that we all have, things that we are working on, all have our soul journey. And that's one of them for me, is really getting to be, getting to deal with my shadow work when it comes to parenting. Like I have to reparent myself. And that's where, and really release all expectations and be more fully present in the moment and more joyful with it. Because these moments are short. One of my oldest is almost 18. And I'm like in tears about it because now I realize, oh my gosh, like there were so many moments that I wish I had been more present for when I had been going through some hard times, like in my adult life that they didn't really know about, but it affected my attitude towards everything, which is what I'm saying. I was like frustrated and stressed in general, and that affected my ability to be present with my kids. But, it wasn't their fault. It was just something that was going on in my adult life. I think it was either financial or there was something going on at the time. And yeah, and you look back later and you go, what the fuck? Like, who cares? Like, I should have, been more present there. Because now she's almost 18. She's got a boyfriend. She's got friends. She's got a job. She's barely here anymore. And like, I'm like crying to her the other night. I'm like getting in tears thinking about it. I'm like, holy shit. Like, you could be moving out of the house next year. And she wants to go to college. So it's like, whoa, that was a big slap in the face, that like, and there were lots of good times. Like, I'm not going to beat myself up either. We did have a lot of good times when, my older kids were younger, but still, so being fully present is where the magic is, where the universe is, where spirit is, where the divine is, where all the answers are. That's where it is in the present moment. The ability to be fully present is a challenge for us humans. We're so distracted, and our world doesn't give a shit. Our culture wants us to be distracted and not in touch with our divine self. How many distractions do we have in our culture? Too fucking many. And so it is our soul's journey to get back to ourselves and back to the present moment. It is. So that's what I work on with my one-on-one clients all the time. They know I talk about meditation till the cows come home, and talk about just letting go of expectations and attachments to any outcomes or expectations of people. Do you know how freeing it is to have no expectations of people? And that doesn't mean have low standards. Like, you can still have high standards for yourself, but they're on their own journey. Like, you can't make anybody be on your journey or be up, to conform to what your ideas are. So it's nice when you just let that go and you just have fun being yourself in the present moment. Yeah, so there we go. Angie says, I have those same thoughts with my 24-year-old, and I have a 16 and a 14. So many moments I wish I was more present. I know. Oh my gosh, I could seriously cry right now. I almost did, but it is, and all for what? You know, in those stressful moments or like preoccupied moments, we look back and go, what the fuck was that for? For nothing. Like, you know, like for stupid things that could have been let go right then. Oh, like, and it doesn't solve anything. And there's what my whole point. We never solve our problems by being stressed out and bitchy. So we think, oh, at least I'm doing something by being cranky or stressed or bitchy. Then I'll get everybody around me to change, and then I'll get the circumstances to change, and then I can be happy. It never fucking works. It never works. And we still do it, and it never works. So only when you're in your joy and love can change happen. That's it. There's no other fucking way. And so there we are. That's the whole thing. We don't know how to be in the moment because we worry about the future and regret the past. We cannot change. Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're living 1 foot in the past, 1 foot in the future, thinking about those things, which we can't do anything about. Can't change the past. So if you're living there, you're just going to attract more of that, or you're distracted from the present and then you miss the moments. Or if you're in the future, same thing. You're stressing about something that hasn't even happened, and all it does is bring stress to the future. All it does is have you manifest exactly what you're fearing or what you don't want to happen. And then you miss those moments with your kids. Oh, telling you, such a harsh lesson I learned. Harsh when my kids are, 18. My older ones are almost 18 and almost 15. And I'm like, where? And it's such a cliche. Where did the time go? But it's true. It's true. If we don't stop and smell the roses, it's so true. And we are so busy adulting and being cranky adults or stressed out adults. Ugh. So there we go. So that's my message for today. One more time, y'all can see this. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. And it's proven to be true every time without fail. That's it. So I'm going to reframe. I'm in my room right now. I'm going to reframe, do my meditations, listen to some high vibe and music, and get myself back in that space because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. So I manifested all the wrong things. I manifested cold coffee, kids that were crazy, and I think I tripped over things on the floor like twice. I manifested all the crap. We only have this very moment. Carla, are you with me in Kyle Cease's group? Because I'm like, oh, this is speaking to my soul because it reminds me of Kyle, what he says. We only have this moment. We're only this moment. That's all we are. We're not promised an hour from now. We can't go back to the past. All you have is right now. So what the hell are we going to do with it? That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here for. That's our purpose. Everyone's searching for their purpose. There it is. Your purpose is to be right here, right now. That's it. So, all right. I love you guys. That's it. I know some people were expecting a card reading, but that's not what I'm doing. I'll give you the message one more time, and then I got to go and do my New Year's readings. It's when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So we've got this, my friends. We have got this. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. I love you so much. Thank you for your time and your presence and your energy. I so appreciate it. Any questions, ask away, comment below, message me. If you are interested in getting your 20 card New Year's reading, book it now because I'm going to close the doors on it today. So go to soulalignedreadings.com and purchase that there. Or if you want another reading, there's all different kinds you can choose from. All right, so I will talk to you soon, and I love you very much.